Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so hello, guys. Welcome to episode 41. Hi, Rileo. I don't know how to say your name. Hello, my name is Asia. Welcome to episode 41 of My Thoughts No One Asked For, where I share my thoughts none of you asked for or probably even care about. But I'm going to share them any fucking way. Hi, everyone. Um, Theodore, where are you? I want to introduce you guys to my sister's dog. You guys haven't met him. Theodore, come here, you. Come here, you. Come here, you. Come here. He's the cutest thing ever. I I was meant to be a dog mom. You hear me? I was meant to be a dog mom, but this is my sister's dog. I'm dog sitting this week. Isn't he so cute? I love him. Yes. Um. Oh my gosh! Now I gotta block this person for spamming my chat. Anyways, so um, not really much in my week recap. I didn't really do much this week, honestly. I realized with being a dog mom and now like dog sitting my sister's dog, like I am very protective of my babies and I will cuss somebody clean the fuck out for my dog, okay? I'm just not playing around with it. I'm just not playing. So I learned that the past week that I'm a very protective dog mom, rightfully so. And like, don't be rude to my dogs. Period. Anyways, we're gonna bypass the week recap, honestly. We're gonna get straight into um we're gonna get straight into the topics. Okay. We're gonna talk about Stream University first, but first, we're going to I'm gonna play a quick commercial break and then we're gonna get into the topics. All right.
So I have more thoughts student acts for. Now, of course, I don't always get to cover all the topics I want to speak on for the main episode. So with more thoughts on acts for, I choose one topic to deep dive with you guys about. You can catch these episodes streamed live on Mondays. Not every Monday. So if you want to know when and where to catch these episodes, make sure you join the Discord. All updates and information will be in Discord. Join the Discord. And if you end up missing the live streams, you can still catch the uploads on YouTube, but over on my main YouTube channel at It's Your Girl Asia. All right, now back to the show.
So we got word that Stream University is happening this year. The Stream University website, it says currently looking for new students. Okay. So I actually spoke about Stream University episode 11. I talked about how I think I would be at Stream University and just how I felt about it and me looking forward to possibly going, next year, which was this year now because this video was last year. So pretty much if you go back and watch episode 11 and in that portion where I talk about Stream University, I pretty much echo a lot of those same sentiments. I The idea of Stream University sounds very nice and very cool. I always have said Stream University was the best piece of content in a very long time. Like, even when it comes to Kai's, oh my gosh, frames dropping. Even when it comes to Kai's subathons, right? His Mafia-thons have been pretty damn good, but that first Stream University, it was nothing like it. Because even just jumping from like live to live, and all the storylines and all the things that was going on, and just even being able to discover like new streamers, it was just a very great viewing experience. But even as a viewer, when I watched it, I was like, I was so happy that I did not apply last year because I was not prepared to go. Um, I definitely am gonna apply this year. I am gonna apply to Stream University. Don't be surprised if you see me at Stream University. I'll tell you that. I won't be shocked, but don't be surprised if you see me at Stream University. I would more so just be going for like the experience and to just actually try to gain any type of information I can, right? Um Most people say when it comes to Stream University, they're like, oh, the smaller streamers, they need to collaborate with the bigger streamers and you need to just do all this networking and blah, 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 blah. I'm going to get more into my opinions on networking and collaborating with people and if you truly need that to grow and how important it is as a creator um and growing in this space. But with Stream University specifically first, right? Um I think people tend to forget there's different types of people in general, but there's also different types of streamers. Not everybody is a very big, loud personality. Let me hop in everybody's streams to get a clip type of streamer, right? Some people are just kind of like very mellow personalities. They could still be funny, but they're just not very loud and animate. They're not very loud and animated and rambunctious and disruptive. And there's some streamers like me who are slightly more introverted, some by choice, but like we just have maybe more intentional content or intentional genre of content, and I'm not trying to go to Stream University to like be in everybody's stream and be in everybody's face and like get a whole bunch of clips. You know what I'm saying? Like or not even to like collaborate with bigger streamers. I really don't give a fuck about collaborating with bigger streamers. Like I'm very confident and secure in myself and kind of like where I'm going to be at and where I'm going to go with or without collaborating with bigger people. Um it's just not something that I'm like relying on entirely, but at since it's now cuz I'm going to be honest. At first I didn't think streaming was happening this year. I was like, nah, whatever." And last year I was working on a short film that could have been my application, but I didn't want to rush it. And I was just more so focused on streaming. My setup wasn't even done yet. I didn't even start streaming yet. I was creating content, but I was just starting. And so this past year I've been grinding consistent as fuck. We're 41 episodes. I'm about to celebrate my 1 year of doing this shit next week. So I've just really been up and at it, and I'm like very, very like proud of myself in general. You know what I'm saying? Um, and streaming university is just like I would say it's something that I would more so look forward to as a professor. When I do have like a bigger audience and like the numbers, I would be very excited to go to stream university as a professor because I already naturally have a desire to like want to help young creatives specifically navigate their path as someone who had to figure it out on my own and who was very confused and who just didn't know what she wanted to do. Like I really want to genuinely help people, but I also understand streaming university is like a content land at the same time. Like yes, it's a space for young creators to like learn, but it's also where everybody's going to get their content, right? And me as someone who gets overstimulated easily, I'm very antisocial. And I don't like talking to everybody. I don't need to collaborate with all you niggas. I don't need to be everybody face. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just be able to come and connect with who I connect with and like do what I need to do what feels right to me, gather the information I need, and then like exit gracefully, you know what I'm saying, without forcing myself to be in everything, especially when I know I'm not the same kind of streamer as at least most people that went last year. Um, but yeah, I am totally applying to Stream University. I'm overall Frames dropping again, guys. Sorry. I'm totally applying to Stream University for sure. Okay. I'm definitely applying to Streamer U, and I'm really looking forward to it. Someone asked in my chat, "Why are you telling us your thoughts no one asked for?" That's such a good question. Um because that's what everyone else does on the internet. It's what everyone else does on the internet, and that's why I named my show this, because I was like, "Oh, I'm about to start another podcast like everyone else." You know what I'm saying? It's just playing on that. They're like, "Oh, everyone else has a podcast. Everyone's just sharing their thoughts no one asks for, and like just running their mouth." You know what I'm saying? And especially at a time where podcasting seemed to be very oversaturated, um I felt like, well, you know what? I'm gonna just share my thoughts no one asks for too. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Because even though a bunch of us are just on microphones and sharing thoughts no one asks for, we still all have built. Hold on. We still all have built or are building a community of people who are growing to give a fuck about what we have to say, who are growing to actually care about our thoughts because they are paying for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally subscribe to certain creators because I care about their thoughts and their opinions about things. So yeah, I've always loved my show title. I'm literally like so obsessed with it, and I love it because it's just a play on that. Because naturally, we're all tired of podcasters in general. We're tired of everyone talking on the microphone and acting like their opinions matter, you know. And so the bravery and the courage that it takes to still do it, even in this like oversaturation of podcasting, and still being able to like do it authentically and unapologetically, and still be able to pull an audience and have people care about what you have to say. It's cool. It's really cool. So yeah, thank you for asking me that question. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm definitely going to apply to Streamer U. Okay. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Um, am I a little nervous? Sure. Is it just primarily because of my strong dislike to socialize, like on a very large scale? Yes. um, but I think that's something that like I am now stepping into. Like, I'm kind of forcing myself in certain situations to be more comfortable with being out of my comfort zone, because it's like it's a test, right? I'm a person who I really don't like being out of my comfort zone, but I'm more comfortable. You are more comfortable being out your comfort zone when you have the tools to get you through it, to get you through the discomfort. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm so glad that I didn't apply last year, because I totally wanted to and I was going to, and I'm just glad I didn't. Because in this last year, like I've improved so much, not even just on my content in general, but like just internally, like spiritually, like mentally. I now have the tools that I didn't have before to be able to get me through certain periods that were going to be uncomfortable. And so like now I am a lot more open to things that are completely out of my comfort zone, because I've done the work, because I have the tools to push through it. And so I think Streamer U would be like perfect for me to kind of find. I already know two people. So like, of course I love OJ. Um he's my favorite streamer, even though he don't stream no more. So he may or may not be there. But if OJ was there, I would definitely talk to him, collaborate with him, and also Shaq. I think Shaq is the only streamer that I would want to speak to and collaborate with. I would also say Yana. Yana is really the only female streamer off the top of my head that if she were to go, like I would want to definitely talk to her at some point, or have her on stream at some point. So those are the only people honestly that I genuinely feel like matches my vibe at least somewhat. You know what I'm saying? Especially Shaq. So yeah, those are like the only people. But Yes, I'm gonna apply, guys. So when I upload my application, you guys please run that shit up, okay? Run that shit the fuck up. Um, it's just definitely it's definitely this is definitely my time. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've really been laying the groundwork unintentionally for this, and I have so much fire content out, like just constantly rolling it out on a consistent basis. And all I have to do is just find my people. I just have to find my audience, and stream review is just an experience, and it gives me like an opportunity to find those people and to also just learn, you know what I'm saying? Learn more about this, and hear from other people. So wish me luck, guys. Like I said, don't be surprised if you see me at Stream University, okay? And like I said, I'm just like, I'm not gonna be up in everybody's face. I just can't. Like, and this is what I wanted to get into, right? Because most people, they said it last year. They was like, oh, the people who went to Stream University, and they just like wasn't really talking to people. They wasn't collaborating with people. You have to do this. You have to do that. I think people really dismiss. I came here to. Roy said, I came here to say I hope you put your streaming you app in. Man, as soon as that shit open, I'm telling you. As soon as he dropped that trailer and be like, applications open, nigga, my shit already gonna be done and ready and ready to be submitted. But yeah, everybody was saying that last year, and I even seen that video on TikTok where someone was like, "Oh, you need to like collaborate with all these streamers and do this and do that." And people do not understand that, like, why do people completely disregard antisocial people in these situations? Not even antisocial, but just people who are like sensitive to energy and who just like don't care about being in everybody's face. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a way you can still network and collaborate being without doing too much. You know what I'm saying? And some people have very extra and like vibrant personalities. Thank you. Which is dope. You know what I'm saying? I think that's it makes for great entertainment, right? But there's some people like me who just I could be in a room full of like big ass streamers. I don't feel like, oh, just because I'm in a room and I'm amongst bigger streamers that I need to collaborate with them just because they're bigger. And I need to like force myself in these situations to get clips. That does not intrigue me at all. And I'm just a more intentional creator. So I like shit to be organic. You know what I'm saying? If it feels right for me to collaborate with this person, I'm going to. I'm not just going to do it just because they're a name. And so I don't like people who are like critiquing people last year who maybe didn't talk to all the fucking streamers I was there and collaborate with every motherfucking body. Look, y'all are very y'all I know y'all get tired of the word overstimulated, but I enjoyed watching Stream University last year, but I don't think people understand the amount like how much chaos was on that motherfucking campus. And like for certain personalities like me who just are not used to it or comfortable with it, we don't have to operate in that same manner. I can still collaborate and network and talk to who I need to talk to and get the information I need without clip farming and forcing myself in all these spaces and looking like a fucking groupie. Like that's just not my vibe. That's just like it's just not my vibe. It just never will be. And so I just got so annoyed with seeing that talking point of just like people being like, oh, well, smaller streamers need to do all this work and they need to do this and do that. And it's like, actually, I don't. Actually, I don't. I'll communicate with who like feels natural to me, but I'm not going to force anything. And I don't think anything's wrong with that. And I think it falls into this conversation I want to have about like when it comes to networking and collaborating with creating, right? With being a content creator. Do you need it to grow? Do you need to collaborate with people in order to grow and build an audience? I do believe that networking and collaboration of some sort is very important to grow in any you know, field, right? Especially if you're an entrepreneur. Like, duh. I live in Atlanta. So like I know this, right? However, I really don't like when people make it seem like collaborating specifically, not just networking, because it's two different things, but like collaborating is going like you need to do that in order to grow or to have a big audience. Yes, you need to collaborate with someone as big as a Kai Cenat or with a huge following in order to have a chance of having a following to that magnitude, right? Yes. But like, do you necessarily need to collaborate with a bigger content creator in order to have a bigger audience? No. You don't. If you are good enough, if you are consistent enough, if you put enough high quality energy and effort into what you do, no. You don't need anyone actually. And I feel like some people may disagree with that, but for me personally, just the amount of confidence that I have in myself and in my content, like I do all this shit myself. I edit my clips myself. I post my shit. I stream. I do all this shit. I upload my thumbnails, all of this stuff myself. Right, my short films myself. Um, and I've honestly made so much like improvement even within the last year. Even within the last few months especially. Like I'm still getting a lot of engagement. I'm getting my content pages are have more followers than my main pages. So I've been constantly improving and moving forward, and even just my quality overall has just been improving. You can go to my very first stream, episode 1, and look at how that shit was looking and then jump 5 episodes from then and look at me now. So, yeah, I'm just like very pleased with my abilities and what I've already done that like truthfully, no, I don't need to collaborate with other people. Networking is very important though. Like I'm going to be honest, like knowing people helps. I live in Atlanta. I know this more than anybody. Knowing people helps. You know what I'm saying? And as someone who is antisocial by choice at certain times. I'm very grateful for the probably unintentional work that I've done the last few years because I now know so many people whether I've worked with them like at any of my jobs, whether it's anyone I've met through content while I was like in my influencer area or just meeting people through other people. There's so many people that I just know, right? And I'm on good terms with them enough to where like if I need help with something or if I need it, you know what I'm saying? They got me, you know what I'm saying? And so I have learned living in Atlanta, it's very important to network. No, you don't have to collaborate with everybody. I don't collaborate with people. I that ain't really my thing. I'm very picky with who's even on my platform. You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't even make the same kind of content, why the fuck would I collaborate with you? You just want to collaborate with me because you think I'm cute and you want to what? Just sit on stream and talk about nothing, talk about relationships. Like no. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important to like network and just even just to have you don't got to be good friends with everybody, but it's really helpful if a lot of people like you. You know what I'm saying? That is very helpful. If you have just like a large amount of people that just like you and they like your energy and they love your vibe, but they also love what you do, right? Um career wise. Whether it's they love the product that you're selling or they love your content. Um that helps. It's very helpful. And I am very pleased with the work that I've done. Again, unintentionally the last couple of years. Like I be networking like a motherfucker. I don't even be trying. Um so I do think that you need that in order to get to a certain place or in certain rooms. I do. Um but the whole collaborating thing, even tying it back to Stream University, like look, when y'all see me at Stream University, no, I'm not gonna be in everybody's face, clip farming, uh not being myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna learn what I need to learn, I'm gonna collaborate with whoever I feel with whoever I want to collaborate with. Like, whoever I feel drawn to speak to or collaborate with, that's what's gonna happen. Um, Anything outside of that, I'm just gonna be streaming on my own. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go there, learn, observe, absorb, and stream. Like, I'm not gonna go there and do all the extra shit. And I don't like seeing those videos where people are like, oh, people need to do this. No. Some of us just want to go there and just like be like ourselves and not this character. And no, not shitting on anyone who do have such these animated characters, but like not every streamer is like that. Like, not all of us are like that. Like, some of us just want to have like real conversations and like talk about things with substance and kind of just like be regular people. And not all of us have this character and we're jumping up and down and lighting shit on fire and all this stuff. It's just not all of us. And I'm tired of people trying to make it seem like all streamers need to be like that or need to fit in that particular mold in order to grow or to force us to make content or collaborate with people who literally are not like we just don't even mesh well at all. So you just want us to like collaborate and do this shit together for what? Just because like for it don't even work. Are you making a dedicated video for streaming you? I'm late. Well, you mean like an application video? Yes. I am making an application video. Let me see. Now everybody want to be a streamer. But see, it was like that. Like, it's been like that for years. Like, there's even people who literally just started streaming because of Stream University. Like, literally. Literally. And now they're like, "Oh yeah, I've been grinding for the last year and da da da." It's like, bro, you didn't even want to stream until Stream University happened. Like, what? It's about entertainment. Yeah, you can have entertainment with streaming doesn't just look one way. And I feel like some people are used to it being one way, and it's like not all of us do all that hooting and hollering and that rah rah, and like some of us are just like regular people on a mic yapping. that's that's it. Trying to connect with people like intellectually. You know what I'm saying? Through conversation, through like feel through relatability and feeling connected to one another, talking about our life experiences, shit we're struggling with, shit that we've gone through, and still, yes, speak on, you know, things in media and things that are happening, and our opinions and perspectives on that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I won't ramble about Shimmer You too long. I'm gonna go ahead and cut to a quick commercial break, guys, and then we're gonna move on to the next topic. We're gonna yap about Love Island very quickly, not very literally like about the show, but something surrounding the show. Okay, but I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. I promise. All right, I'll be back.
Hi, it's me again. Sorry to bother you again, but I really wanted to tell you about my main YouTube channel. It's Your Girl Asia is where I document my creative journey, and I also post my other streams on there as well. So, in case you want to see more of me, subscribe or don't. No pressure. Okay, back to the show.
Hello, hello, hello. I am back. Okay, guys. So this is what I want to talk about with Love Island very quickly. Won't spend too much time on this, I promise. Um, there's a conversation surrounding Love Island, and if it's like getting too political, if the audience is doing too much. Long story short, some white girl got exposed for like saying the N-word. So thank you. So they took her off the cast immediately. She didn't even touch the villa, right? Um And so I've seen a lot of conversations surrounding this on like, oh, is the internet doing too much? Oh my gosh, y'all are ruining this like love show. Why are y'all making this about racism and blah 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 blah? And ironically, I actually agree with both sides, right? As someone who watched Love Island in general, especially Love Island USA, before it blew up, um, it definitely was never this serious. I'm not gonna lie, like Love Island was never supposed to be this serious. Um, However, I saw this video of this girl pretty much talking about it, and she was saying that why should I have to watch like a racist on my screen? You know what I'm saying? This is like Love Island is, yes, it is really that good. Love Island is probably the biggest reality TV show in the country right now. Um and Love Island USA is a much safer space for black people, more specifically people of color as well, but like it's just a more diverse show. Love Island UK, not quite. But Love Island USA is more like black. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, with Love Island USA being a safer space for black people, um I don't think it's too much to ask to be like, "Hey, this racist who like did this white girl who we are now seeing videos of say the N-word years ago. Yeah, get her off my screen." You know what I'm saying? Like, get her off my screen. Like, there's really nothing. I really don't think that that's a lot to ask. I do understand the other side of the people who have been watching the show for a long time and the other ones like UK and Australia. And they're just like, oh, this is my little love show. Why are you guys making it so serious? Why have y'all, you know, why are y'all allowing cancel culture to bleed into Love Island? I do understand how annoying it is, and I do agree that it's a bit annoying. I'm not gonna lie, I am a bit annoyed with it. But on the other end, I heard a very great point of like, honestly, we're kind of doing the Peacock a favor in getting rid of these people early because now you're not risking yourself like losing sponsorships and losing viewership because you are willingly having like a bigot on this show with like, you know, if you're having someone on there who has said the N-word before and they're possibly racist or Trumpy, and we have plenty of black people on this cast, the space is no longer safe for them. And so I think that truthfully, I'm shocked that this is the thing. Some people are like, "Oh, I'm shocked that like Love Island they don't do enough research," but people don't understand that these people, so the friends or the people that know these people who are being announced to be on the cast, the people that know these people are waiting until the moment happens in order to expose them, right? So it's hard to go digging for certain things that probably really aren't there because someone quite literally is hoarding and like an archived video of this person saying a slur and they're waiting until the moment to do it, right? And we don't talk enough about like how weird those people are too. It's something so strange about that to me. But at the same time, again, these people also say these things. You said a slur. You know what I'm saying? And you know you wasn't supposed to be doing that. And so it's kind of like I definitely don't feel bad for the girl. And I just do agree more with the larger point of like it's really not too much to ask to be like, hey, this person that said the N-word, can you kind of give them the boot? You know what I'm saying? When you have like half of the cast, more than half of the cast is black, like, or just people of color in general, and you're gonna keep bringing in more black bombshells throughout the show, like, I just don't think that's too much to ask. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna have a safe space for black people, to actually make it a safe space. I don't think that's extreme, but I still do understand the other side of just like, oh my gosh, we're like letting cancel culture bleed into this show. But I mean, unfortunately, it's already done. If you don't really want to deal with that much, you could just go like watch the UK one and Australia, and you can kind of live in your own little bubble and just watch the show. You don't have to give a fuck about their backgrounds and all that shit. But at the end of the day, with USA, it's just gonna happen. Hopefully, they do not end the show. I don't want to jinx anything, but I think this year, I think it's gonna be fine, right? I honestly think the earlier the better when it comes to like giving people the boot that have like a problematic history. You know what I'm saying? Like I think the earlier the better. Because we're really on a great start with this season. Um, so I think it'll be fine for the most part. But yeah, I think another thing that I wanted to hit on really, really quick with the Islanders. Um it's like probably day 2 or 3 in the villa, and we're seeing a lot of tears, right? Especially from the ladies. We're seeing them crying because the dude they coupled up with, they want to go talk to somebody else. They want to explore this, and that. And we're seeing all these tears and these breakdowns day 1 and 2, right? And people often ask, like, why do these Islanders get so emotional so early? And the very clear reason for that is insecurity, right? When something within yourself is like incomplete in a way, especially a lot of these people are young, right? So, and they probably haven't had much experience or had their heart broken that many times, to like they don't really understand the full concept of dating, or they're not really at that high level of security and confidence within themselves that they can't allow someone else's actions to like dictate their emotions. It's a very like early 20s something to do, to just like, especially as a young woman, to just be in your feelings about someone choosing someone else. You know what I'm saying? Because then all those internal feelings get like bottled up, and they come out of like you not feeling like you're enough. You feel whatever insecurities you have, whatever past trauma you haven't healed from. That's usually when the Islanders start explaining all of that. They start giving their lore of like, oh well, I don't feel, you know, they basically explain the part of themselves where they don't feel complete. And it it happens. They always get emotional pretty early. I would say with USA, they do seem to get emotional earlier than usual. um I would say UK's they might get attached early pretty quick, but they still are in a early days vibe. You know what I'm saying? But with USA, they do tend to attach pretty quick. I'm not gonna lie. Didn't they already get rid of someone? No. Maybe tonight. Literally, there's a new episode that comes on in 30 minutes. So right after stream. Deuces. Yeah, yeah. Told you that I'm leaving. I'm going to watch Love Island immediately after this. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to like bring up that point because people often ask that, and I just seen that tweet earlier. Why are they crying so early? It's because they're insecure. Like a lot of us, you know what I'm saying? Or even at a point in time, even if you're not now, they're insecure. And when shit like this happens, it's triggering, and it makes you feel like there's something wrong with you. And like a lot of people on that show need therapy, you know what I'm saying? So these things that happen, and they're very sensitive too. Like they're just sensitive, and they're insecure, and they have a lot of unhealed wounds. And so these situations bring that out of them, and that's why they get emotional so early. And it's not because they really truly like the person or that they get super attached. It's just like an internal thing, and probably ego a little bit too. But it's just them being in their feelings. They feel like, oh, is there something wrong with me? Am I not enough? It's just like a early 20 something thing. It just, I get it. But it is funny to watch because it's like you've literally known this man for 24 hours and you are in tears because they want to go explore with someone else. Please. It is insane to watch as a viewer, but you being that young person who's experiencing this for the first time and who has like unhealed wounds, being put in that situation, you would probably be emotional too. So I get it. But anyways, really quick to wrap up this show, right? Really quick to wrap up this show. Um, I wanted to talk about this Cardi and Lotto situation very briefly. Yet again, we're not really gonna do a deep dive on this, but I just wanted to kind of like gloss over it really quickly. Here's the cliff notes. Cardi called Lotto pussy on a recorded phone call. She was talking shit about her. No, Cardi B. Yeah, Cardi B. She basically called Lotto pussy on a recorded phone call. It was leaked, of course. Cardi B came online. It was like, oh, I love Lotto, blah, blah, blah. It offered her a Birkin bag. Lotto was mute all the way up until her recent album she dropped last week, where she pretty much threw shots at her and said, girl, fuck your Birkin bag. And she went in the interview and said, yeah, like, after that happened, after that call got leaked, I didn't hear from Cardi. Um, and I don't really care to talk to her. I mean, I'm open to a conversation, but it is what it is, girl. And then Cardi went on Twitter very briefly after and wrote this long paragraph and said, "Oh, I just said those things because I was upset in the moment and blah 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 blah." Just bullshit. If you care about what was said, you know what was said. I'm not even gonna recite all of this. I just wanted to say, I'm not even gonna put my bar pad on right now. I'm just gonna speak facts. With this Cardi B and Lotto situation, I want y'all to understand these female rappers, none of these bitches like each other. None of them like each other. None of them. People are fake as fuck. Industry people are extremely fake and phony. And these people link up, they click up to spite somebody else. There's no real French, like, even Lotto saying, "Oh well, we was friends for real." She was like, "Oh, we was on like a consistent texting basis. Y'all wasn't friends like that. Y'all was cool. Y'all was industry friends. You know what I'm saying? But like, y'all didn't really fuck with each other like that." And what is being displayed with Cardi B, where she got caught being fake as fuck, like red-handed, and now you're also like publicly like responding to me explaining my side. It's like, bitch, you have my number. Lotto literally said, girl, you have my number. You waited like 2 months later to reach out to me, and at that point you were a non-factor. And Cardi, all you're saying is a bunch of nothing, saying like, oh well, I wanted to communicate with you, but you wanted to address it on your album. Well, God forbid I'm a rapper that wants to rap. God forbid I'm a rapper that wants to respond to things in my raps. Quite frankly, Lotto herself has consistently done that throughout her career. The only time she's ever really been Twitter finger heavy is during that Nicki situation. Other than that, when it comes to pretty much anything, Lotto will respond in a song, in a verse. Like, that's what rappers should do. So Cardi like saying that to her, like, oh, you wanted to address it on your album. Well, yes, bitch. I'm a rapper. That's what rappers do. You know what I'm saying? So like her trying to like be passive aggressive with that comment, it was like, so like, girl, what was your point? What did you what did you think you were doing with that? You thought you ate that? No. Um yeah, I think Cardi B is dead wrong. She's weird. And I think that when it comes to these female rappers, People want to be on Nicki's head so much and be like, "Oh, Nicki's a bitch and Nicki's this." And I said this a few episodes ago. Everybody wants to make Nicki out to be this female rapper villain and that she's just so mean to all of these girls and she doesn't like any of them and she's just so jealous. None of newsflash. In case you haven't noticed, even before this Cardi and Lotto situation, none of these bitches actually like each other. Nicki is just the only one who's honest about it. And so I really was sick of like this female rap unity support thing that these bitches have been trying to do for years and cling on to and make people believe. They're like, "Oh yeah, we actually all fuck with each other and Nicki's just a hater." Like, no. None of y'all fuck with each other and you bitches link up to spite the next bitch. And now when y'all actually fall out, now y'all can't like publicly fall out or like be honest about the situation because of this front and this facade that you have to keep up. Cardi B can't even just come out and say, "You know what? Like, I meant what I said." You're talking about some, "Oh no, Lotto, I just feel like you let too much slide and you were too nice." Da, da, da. No, you could have just said, "I'm not Lotto." Saying I'm not Lotto and I'm not pussy ass Lotto is two completely different things. And even still saying I'm not Lotto as a friend is still kind of a problem, but it's easier to smooth over than pussy ass Lotto. Her Cardi B even trying to still like defend that, like, it's like weird because you can easily, you just be honest, just say that you think she pussy, just say that you think Lotto is scary. Just say it because that's what you said on the call. You're trying to do all this damage control and this PR cleanup because you don't want to be looked at as the Nicki of the situation, or to just look at, or to just prove people right, and people saying this female rap click up shit that y'all be doing is fake. It's just weird. And overall, just in general, not making it too much about Cardi and Lotto. This is why I don't like, when I look at these celebrities, I don't care about them in terms of like, when a lot of people enter the industry in any kind of way, let's just even say with streamers, right? You see all of these streamers that have such like clear access to these celebrities in so many different ways, and people that fiend to like be close to celebrities and be friends with them. They're no different than just like regular people in your hometown who just weird as fuck. Weird, phony, and fake as fuck. And that's just why when it comes to celebrities, I don't desire to like be close with them, to get to know them, to like any of that. I actually want to stay as far away from celebrities as possible. And with this space, with content, with social media, and especially streaming, as you're growing and elevating, it's these people, these celebrities, these like people with large platforms, they're very like easy to reach. Like, they're very easy to get in contact with. You can be on spaces talking to them. They can see a video of yours and comment on it or DM you and all this stuff. Like, it's, especially when you're very consistent, um, it's easy for them to see you and to see what you're saying and to find you and to try to connect with you and all these things. And a lot of people love that. They fiend for it. And this is just one of this Cardi B and Lotto situation is a prime example for me of why I just will always continue to view these celebrities as regular ass people, because that's what they are. And in my hometown, there is fake ass, weird ass people. That's why I navigate everything very, very that's why I utilize my discernment. I'm very careful with who I'm around and who I give my energy to, because people do not be fucking with you like that. And that's just what it is. People do not be fucking with you like that. Um And yeah, that's pretty much it on that. I didn't really want to do a whole deep dive into the whole female rap shit. But I don't want to hear I don't want to see these bitches do this female rap unity shit ever again. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. That girl called Lotto pussy behind her back in a rage. She meant that shit. And Cardi deserves every whack that Lotto sends her way in a verse. You just have to eat that. Like Cardi literally just has to eat it. You cannot excuse it. You cannot try to you cannot make excuses for that. You cannot defend it. You are dead wrong. And you have to just hold that L. You can either be honest and straight up and be like, you know what, that's really how I felt. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I was upset or whatever. I was talking, but that's really how I feel about you. Or you could just shut up, apologize, and take the L. Easy peasy. Anyways, this stream is gonna be way too long, and Love Island comes on in like 15 minutes. So I'm done talking. But I appreciate you guys for listening to me yap for so long. If you want to watch all my full episodes of My Thoughts on What Asked For, make sure you follow me on YouTube, My Thoughts on What Asked For. Next Thursday when I go live at 7. Next Thursday is my 1-year anniversary of streaming for this show. Okay. So I plan to have a guest. Hopefully my guests will be available. If they're not, it'll just be me and we'll be yapping for a while. But I do plan to have a guest for a very special episode next week. So fingers crossed, hopefully that happens. But yeah, I'm gonna keep you guys updated. Make sure you guys follow my Instagram and my TikTok so you guys can see my Stream University application. Run that shit up, please and thank you when I post it. Wait, you doing more thoughts no one asked for Monday, right? This upcoming Monday I will, yes. I didn't do it this week because I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like doing anything Monday. But yes, this upcoming Monday I will do a more thoughts no one asked for episode on Monday. Join the Discord to know what time for Monday. And if you have any like topic that you would like to recommend for, let me know. I don't really have an idea of what I'm going to talk about on Monday quite yet. I think I think I will by the end of the weekend. But I'm definitely going to stream on Monday as well. And I'm also going to do some tarot streams. So follow me on TikTok to catch my tarot streams. And my videos over there are really like fun. I'm trying to post over there every day. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really enjoyed this episode. Subscribe, join the Discord, please and thank you. And I will see you guys next Thursday and Monday if you want to hear me yap more. Okay. Bye.